What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. I got baby Machiavelli Mills right here with me. So look, y'all, I'm about to make a bold prediction on this video. My son is looking in the other direction. However, this opinion is going to be in the minority, or maybe only me and my boy Melvin may be thinking like this, right? Melvin threw this out there at me. He made the statement first, and I wholeheartedly agree. This year's NBA MVP will be none other than Zach Lavine of the Chicago Bulls. Yes, Zach Lavine of my Chicago Bulls. A lot of y'all gonna thinking, what the hell are you talking about? You crazy. Zach Lavine is not in the top 10 player discussion. Most of the players that get MVP are often in the top 10 player discussion sometimes, right? However, you have some anomalies that come out there and make a splash, and they make their case as a top 10 player after getting the MVP award. I don't think people had Derrick Rose in the top 10 player at that point when he won MVP. I don't think nobody had him in the top 10. Maybe top 20, but not top 10, right? For those who don't know, Zach Lavine averaged 27 points per game last season for the Chicago Bulls. However, the Chicago Bulls, I mean, this year, right? I feel like the Chicago Bulls will finish third or fourth at least in the Eastern Conference. Third or fourth at least, at minimum. The reason why I say that, because in my opinion, the Chicago Bulls had the best offseason of any basketball team in the NBA. With the additions of DeMar DeRozan, along with Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso, I think this team can be a well-put-together machine, a well-oiled machine all across the board. Lonzo Ball will create better shot opportunities for Mr. Zach Lavine. DeMar DeRozan will help alleviate the scoring load with Zach Lavine as well. Nikola Vucevic, he came last year right before the trade deadline, a guy that's 20-10. I think we have the makings of a really, really good team that can make a run to at least the second round of the playoffs, right? And I think when a team finishes either third or fourth, and a guy, I think Zach Lavine will average 28 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds per game. And I think with those type of numbers, and the Bulls making a huge jump from not being in the playoffs at all to the third or fourth seed in the Eastern Conference, I think that will be enough for him to get an MVP, for him to get the MVP award, because he would be considered at that point like a dude that, okay, look, he making considerable strides. He's already made extreme strides in his career than what a lot of people ever predicted. When he came out of UCLA and he was in a dunk contest, people just thought he was a well-rounded athlete, just a really good athlete, a guy that could just sky through the air, a high flyer, right? He turned that into an overall, well-rounded game. He can shoot the three, he can shoot the mid-range, he can drive, like he can make a lot of difficult shots. And I'm looking at Zach like, man, dude is he's a hooper now. You know what I mean? And I knew Zach was that deal when he was in Minnesota as the third option, averaging about 19 points behind Andrew Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns, getting 20 a game. He was averaging almost 20 a game as a third option. So when he came to Chicago Bulls, I was so excited for that trade because I felt like that young man has a lot of potential. And I think his potential will really show this season now that he has a really good team around him, a team that can really, really do something and make something shake. So I believe that, hey, I think Zach going to be the MVP of this league, and I think he's going to show, he's going to have a lot of games on TV, primetime games. With the addition of Lonzo Ball and DeMar DeRozan, you're going to see the Chicago Bulls on TV a lot more. And I think at that point, when this stage gets elevated, when the national stage or the national spotlight gets to Zach Lavine as it should have already been, of course, I mean, well, it's hard. The Bulls were just bad. But now he has a spotlight on him. I think he's going to show the world just what he can do and what he's capable of. And at that point, the league will be on notice. They're going to be like, damn, that young brother can ball. That young dude is tough. He can do a lot of things with that rock. And I've seen him make, he hit a lot of difficult shots, man. I mean, he can just stroke it from three. I'm like, dude is really, really talented. And again, averaging 27 points per game in this league is not easy at all. I don't care. You know, I know the league is not the same as it was back in the day and all of that, but you got to be a really special player to average 27 a game. That's hard to do, right? And I think he can get that, he can increase that scoring by 1 point. I know people are going to say, well, he got a lot more players over there, so the scoring going to balance out. I actually think the Bulls are going to do a lot more scoring this year with Lonzo Ball running point and getting guys better shot opportunities, putting them in position to hit higher percentage shots. So they're going to do a lot more scoring, in my opinion. So I think with that, Zach Lavine is going to show the league exactly what he can do, and I think my Bulls going to get to at least the second round, right? Now I don't think we got what it takes to win a championship. I think we are one megastar player away. Like if we had a Joel Embiid on the team, I think this shit would be at that point we can contend with anybody. At that point, I really do believe that. If we had like a Joel Embiid, a healthy Joel Embiid or something like that at the center, then you got Vucevic at the 4. Then you got Zach at the 2, Lonzo at the DeMar at the 2, Zach at the 3, or however you want to interchange it, and Lonzo at the point. I think that's special. But the Chicago Bulls organization has something special right now. This is the best offseason that I can ever remember being a Chicago Bulls fan. Since way in the early 2000s when we had the likes of Jamal Crawford, Eddie Curry, Tyson Chandler, Eddie Robinson, so on and so forth. I'm like, this is what the team needed to do to get better. You know what I mean? And they recognize that, and now they're making strides. And I think Zach is going to make those strides in his career that people are going to see. This young dude is phenomenal. Like, really, it's a reason why teams like the Los Angeles Lakers were even interested in trying to get him, because they know what he's capable of, as my son is trying to sit up and talk to you all. They know exactly what he's capable of. And I think, and I know for a fact, I know this year is going to be a drastic improvement on this team to where they're going to make a jump. And some people are going to say, is a fourth seed, because I said at least a third or fourth seed the Chicago Bulls are going to be. Some people are going to say, is that enough to get an MVP over the likes of guys like James Harden, Kevin Durant, so on and so forth? And I think with the Chicago Bulls making a huge jump from not being in the, from my boy, he going talking. I think with the Chicago Bulls making a jump from being not in the playoffs to the 4th seed or the 3rd seed, that's a huge jump to say, damn. Yeah, young dude make a difference. I mean, of course, the difference is going to be he's going to have great teammates around him, but I think they're going to look at his play and say, we got to reward that dude. When Derrick Rose won an MVP, the Chicago Bulls, people don't even know this. We had the best record in the NBA. I got the Bulls winning 54 games this year. I think the Bulls can win 54 games this year. Y'all can call me crazy, but I think it's capable. I think we're capable of doing it. I think we can get 54 games and get the 3rd or the 4th seed in the conference. Now, of course, Russell Westbrook won. I think he won an MVP as a 4th or 5th seed, but he was averaging a triple damn double. You know what I mean? So that was the difference. And they were already in the playoffs the year before because Kevin Durant was there, right? But in Zach Lavine's case, he coming from scratch. The Bulls were nowhere on anybody's radar last year. Everybody talking about, oh, the Bulls ain't really. I'm telling y'all, Bulls gonna provide a lot of smoke for dudes. And Zach Lavine will be this year's MVP. He gonna be an all-star once again. And I think at this point, Zach Lavine is gonna make that transition. He's gonna make that transition of being a top 10 player in the league, or top 10, top 12 player in the league. Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm out. Peace.